MCRAW's foundation is built on creating a stimulating research environment for students. Our next speaker is Lavanya Narayan, a final year student of media specializing in journalism, who will share her insights on media and social responsibility.
Good morning, everyone. According to an old Chinese saying, for the nation's rise and fall, every citizen has a responsibility. Now, one of the most important facets of using media as part of a community is helping to improve that very community through citizen journalism. David A. Craig, who is a professor and associate dean at the School of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Oklahoma, has authored a book titled Excellence in Online Journalism. In it, he has spoken about the practice of citizen journalism and social media use, which is what we will be discussing today, from the perspective of the UAE and our university, as well as an international perspective. So let me begin by explaining the term citizen journalism. Now, according to the American Press Institute, the concept of citizen journalism focuses on the public playing an active role in the process of collecting, reporting, analyzing, and disseminating news and information. And this means that the public actively participates in informing and educating members of its immediate community, specifically with the intent of bringing about change and improvement to the lives of its members. Citizen journalists mainly comprise of independent bloggers on the internet and possibly even individuals who alert a community through social media like Facebook and Twitter. Now, let me begin by talking about the first ever recorded instance of citizen journalism, which was on Twitter in January 2009, when a Latvian man named Jānis Krums tweeted an image of a plane which had made an emergency landing in the Hudson River in New York City, just moments after it had taken off from LaGuardia Airport. Within the hour, rescue operations had reached the scene to help the passengers on board, and crew and reporters from various media outlets were there on scene to cover the story. So, thanks to the presence of mind of Krums, an entire community was alerted to an incident which could have cost many lives. Today, the incident is known as the Miracle of the Hudson because all people on board managed to survive because of one man's foresight. Now, moving away from an international perspective, let's look at how citizen journalism has impacted our community specifically. The English language national daily Gulf News has been a pioneer of citizen journalism with its initiative known as Your Turn. This initiative was launched to provide a platform for the community in the UAE to voice their opinions, thoughts, ideas, for change and improvement in society. So readers are encouraged to send in articles detailing their concerns and urge the responsible authorities to take necessary action. So the initiative has become so popular among residents in the UAE that it's interesting to note that the most recent article published through the initiative Your Turn was 3 days ago. And it was submitted by a concerned member of the community of Sharjah, and it spoke about a large number of potholes on the roads of Sharjah, which had been hindering drivers for a very, very long time. And a prime example of citizen journalism, which has brought about change specifically to Manipal University, is the introduction of our very own bus stop by the Roads and Transport Authority of Dubai. So the issue was highlighted via Gulf News' initiative, and it was highlighted by our alumna, Qudsiya Siddiqui, who was a journalism major during her time here. So the practice of citizen journalism through social media is also implemented pretty regularly over here, with a number of users and community members posting updates about fires, accidents, and general disturbances and issues facing the community. However, one must also take precaution and understand the limits of citizen journalism. For example, a community member can get into serious trouble for posting updates or information that can be extremely graphic or offensive in nature. As Mr. Atul Tiwari previously mentioned, an instance of improper citizen journalism took place last week when two emergency workers callously posted a video of a horrific road accident which had killed 13 people. Now, these two workers have been arrested and are currently detained, and the video has been removed from the internet. Therefore, it responsibility of the members of the community to use the internet and social media to inform and educate people, but use it such that it doesn't negatively impact anybody or themselves. So, how do we, as members of our respective communities, work towards improving our surroundings with the help of media? We must first begin by recognizing the issue, concern, or incident that has or is currently taking place. Does it affect various members of the community directly or indirectly? Does rectifying or highlighting the issue modify the living conditions of our fellow members for the better? So, answering these questions is the first step towards playing your part as a citizen journalist. Another point that crops up in the sphere of citizen journalism, and something that all the previous speakers have mentioned, is the plethora of information we are bombarded with every single day. How do we know, or rather, how can we trust that the information we are receiving? Verification is the key to this. Always remember to verify your sources of information, and possibly even witnessing the issue yourself to ensure truth and veracity to what you're communicating. And the last, and definitely the most important point to remember, is to understand the laws and regulations regarding information and communication in your city, town, or country. As you all may be aware, any country in the world imposes specific restrictions on what cannot be said, done, shared, and the UAE is no exception. Bearing these in mind, you must act accordingly and ensure no danger to yourself or to others in the process. Let's take all these aspects of citizen journalism into consideration. It reaches people faster and makes them act quickly. It has become a popular and easily adoptable method of driving change, and we have seen it work. With all this in mind, don't you think you can use the facility of social media and the internet to help improve your immediate community and do it responsibly? So look around you. There's a lot seeking your attention. And you yourself can be an important driver of change and improvement in your society. All you need to do is communicate and inform wisely. Thank you.
On behalf of the School of Media and Communication and the MCRAW Organizing Committee, I would like to thank all the chairpersons and faculty from all schools and the Facilities Department for their constant support through the event. A special mention to the School of Design and Architecture for providing us with creative pieces for the stage. And a big thank you to all our supporting partners, Yellow Egg Cafe, Palmer's, Rasasi, Quanta, Cool & Cool, Barakat Quality Plus, and Korean Printing Press.